What's up, everybody? It's Joel and
H. Jones
with another Mix It Up Reactions. And he's going to annoy me by opening chips, but it's cool.
I'm just going to open it up.
As long as you don't crunch through the whole thing, we'll be okay.
I'll try to step back.
Cover the mic. We're here with another Mix It Up Reactions. Today, we're going to be doing Avenged Sevenfold. I Won't See You Tonight, Part 2, which is a very serious subject. But don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you know when new videos are coming out. And don't forget to check out our merch store, mk5store.com. Make sure you use promo code VIBE20 to get 20% off. VIBE20. I had someone comment with Vide. No, Vibe. Vibe.
Like V-I-B-E?
Yeah, what else would it be? Catch a vibe.
I thought the other video, I thought you said 520. I even did this.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
That would make sense why people were confused.
Yeah. My bad.
Dude,
my fault.
Endus.
He didn't write it down.
Vibe
for me, so
20. It's at the end of the video. You'll see it.
There you go.
VIBE 20. Okay. The number 20, not spelled out. I hate when people do promo codes that are like 16 characters long. It's like, really? I'm not going to remember that. Oh, and you did a different spelling.
Down the street, turn to left up here.
You did a different 20%. Spelling. It's exhilarate. You're a dick. Yeah. So we're going to be doing Avenged Sevenfold. I Won't See You Tonight, Part 2. We just did Part 1. And then next week we're going to be doing BTS. And then we're going to be doing some specials. We're going to be doing something new.
Backstreet Boys?
No.
No.
I won't ever do that. I don't know why.
No.
I got nothing against them or anything, but I've never been like, oh, I really like that song. Like, I've never, ever done that. NSYNC, a little bit on one. I can't remember what it was called, though.
Gone?
What?
Gone.
I don't know.
They screwed and chopped it. That's pretty nice.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But when Justin Timberlake went solo, I ate that shit up because Justin knows how to sing. And I think him and Timbaland is what made it way better.
Yeah.
Because I've never heard him just alone by himself. It's always been produced by Timbaland or somebody.
Well, now, all the newer stuff.
I haven't heard
when he came out. Yeah.
But, okay, so let's go ahead and check it out. Let's see what's it up. It's supposed to be high energy. That's what we were told. Holy shit. Right out the gate. Straight off the gate. Okay.
Something interesting they did musically when he did the I dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
Like that
and he
part.
like left off one part and then held and came in and then put a space there that wouldn't normally go there in timing.
But what was cool, that part I was, you can see me at I want to come back.
Yeah.
But I felt like it's not like he wasn't just saying the letter I, but it was like like that was his part of just
screaming.
like screaming just out of frustration as well. Because everything musically kind of pauses like
That whole part was like, it was almost like a conversation was being held with the person who's already gone.
Yeah.
And like the ghost of the memory of that person. You're angry.
Yeah.
I totally understand. I know in the last video, I probably made it sound a little bit more like, I understand why they did it, blah, blah, blah. No, I understand why they would think that's an option.
I'm trying not to chew in the mic.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't understand why they think that is an option. I'd understand their logic behind it. It's not really that logical, but I get why. But I totally understand the feeling of just, I'm so angry that you just freaking left,
Yeah.
Without any word or acted like it was totally fine. And I understand you were going through pain. I didn't want you to be in pain, but I understand that perfectly. I understand that completely and wholeheartedly perfectly. I've had 6 different friends who have committed suicide. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I've lived for 40 years, man.
You're only a few years older than me.
I know, but I don't know what to say. Maybe I had some darker friends.
I don't know.
No, 2 of them were into drugs. One of them was a heavy alcoholic. And another one just always was the snarky, roasting asshole. And then we found out why was because, he'd treat everybody else like crap because he felt so horrible that he would be in defensive mode at all times. And you can't live like that. That's a horrible way to live when you're always in defensive mode.
Yeah.
So even when someone's being nice to you and you even take it as somewhat of a slight, you snap at him. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't like he was being mean. He was just cutting at the knees.
Yeah.
Like taking low hanging fruit and cutting off at the knees. Like it didn't matter if you were like, hey, how's your day? Going pretty good, fat ass. Like he was just that guy who was like, even in a happy point in time, he's still going to rib you to the point where you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah.
And then when you say something like, hey, you want me to sock you in the mouth? And he's like, why? What's going on? You just said a whole bunch of mean shit. And he was like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. I don't realize when I do that. I was like, you better realize you're going to get smacked in the mouth. Yeah. And he did get smacked quite a bit in the mouth, especially by women. They would love to backhand him because he always made the same dirt face when it happened. Just, like every time. But it was just, he was going through troubles and he wanted to attack people before they attacked him.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what he said in the note he left. But, it sucks, but I understand the pain. I understand what's left behind and the people that feel robbed of a future life and laughter and joy and love and caring for that person. I get that. And it does fade over time. Any pain you have throughout life when it comes to family or loved ones lost or obstacles or whatever it may be, it does fade over time because as you grow with knowledge, you understand that life is too short to consistently be worrying about everyone else's problems. And it's very short to worry about everything else that happens in the world that you have no control over whatsoever.
Yeah.
And you can save a lot of stress if you let all that go.
Mm-hmm. When I worked at, I don't know if I can say the name. We're not sponsored by anybody. So when I worked in telecommunications, one of the ladies there, her husband was the director of a different group in engineering. The company was looking at doing a merger. So, whenever new management and mergers and all that happen, a lot of people get fired, right? He was responsible for firing folks because he was at the top. He had been with the company for like 25 years or something. So like all the people that he worked with have become family, because you spend all your life at work and you be there for 20, 25 years. Yeah, that's That's the kid's uncle. You know, they're family now.
You know, family members, holidays, things like that. Yeah.
You met parents and traveled all over, right? So he had to fire a lot of people, and he basically went into overnight went to a state of depression and ended up committing suicide. And
that would be pretty stressful, though.
Yeah, no, I can see that point, like the angle of his perspective of, you know, all this shit going on. I'm causing all of these families. Yeah.
And that, honestly, I guess that would give some people who got fired some peace of mind, and they'd probably feel bad too, because it was like, oh crap, I must have made him feel horrible about what he was doing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Which, because people do that whenever that happens, but that's sad.
But the wife, so like the first video was like him, right? The wife was this one. She was just mad. Like, she was sad, of course, but she was really upset because she's like, you just left me.
Yeah, abandoned.
Like, we got kids.
And she could have had abandonment issues from her father or something, or maybe this is her first experience of it, and it probably would have traumatized her too. That's why I love that this video also says it, is that, you know, you're in another place and I want to join you. And it's like the video before was like, do not follow me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Live your life. Because I've also seen, that's one of the saddest experiences. Someone commits suicide because they can't take it anymore. They leave behind a wife or a husband and kids, and then that person also commits suicide, and those kids are just left.
Yeah.
I mean, those kids are not going to have any semblance of normal life again.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're going to live with family or something like that, or they might get put into the custody of the state. Those kids they're ruined completely. Yeah. I mean, they might be able to come back.
It'll be a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have actually known it was a friend of mine. It was him and his sister, and their parents ended up having that happen. And it was the wife that went first, and the dad was just so depressed that he eventually did it. And they were just, and what was so bad is I felt so bad for the girl because her brother did it 10 years after his dad did. Damn. And she was just like, I don't understand. Because this song would be her.
Yeah.
Because she was like, I don't get it. You all left.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
She told me that after it happened, we got real drunk at a bar. And she was like, I just don't get it. I don't understand. My whole family left me. Mm-hmm. One had mental health issues, and it was almost like a chain of dominoes. And I said, do you feel like you might end up that way too? And she goes, hell no. I'm too cutthroat. I'm not going to do that. I'm determined since my mom passed away that I will not end up that way.
Yeah.
And I was like, then that's probably what's going to save your life. Because I think her brother went the opposite way. He was like, I want to join them. I've missed them since they've left. Nothing's been the same, you know? So it's kind of a weird situation, dude. A lot of people have been through a lot of stuff, and you can't really know from where they're coming from. But again, those people going through that don't know where everyone else is coming from too.
Right.
That's why they're thinking this is a solution, because a good amount of the time they feel completely abandoned.
Yeah.
And even when they're surrounded by people they love and family members and things of that nature, they still feel alone. And that's a horrible thing.
I think a lot of it is just opening those conversations to talk to people about that stuff. Because then you start realizing, like, no one's gone through exactly the same stuff as you.
It's always different.
But there's people that have a lot of parallels
and similarities.
Yeah.
And they're going to connect to you more because of it. You know, like this, even just these two songs being written, somebody has seen it and then came to the realization that someone else has this thought or has had this thought or has thought about this subject. And it might help them be able to kind of deal with what they need to, or try and find the help that they can, you know, whatever they can. Because that's one of the worst things, is just, it's hard to find anything, you know. You either got to pay through the friggin' nose or deal with people who aren't as professional and half-assed and are some junior therapist. I mean, I don't even know how you deal with that.
If you would even need a degree to be at the call center to take those calls.
It's probably, that's been happening. I don't know. It's just, there's honestly what it is just, there's stigma attached to everything. You have psychoanalysts, psychotherapists that are in it just for money and publishing. Mm-hmm. So unique cases they're cool with, but they don't want to help with ho-hum stuff. Like they don't care, you know? And then they take on a small amount of patients and then like see them multiple times over and over and over and just basically sometimes bleeding them dry. And for me, it feels like, can you, if you're making that good kind of money and you're a psychiatrist and you're making that good money, can you just dedicate 10 hours a week to giving free healthcare advice, mental health care advice to like students at a high school or a college? I don't know, man. I like that song because it really kind of amplifies both sides, because you got to think about when that happens, you are seeing multiple parts at the same time. It's almost like having duality in your own brain, because you regret feeling anger and hatred for somebody you love. And you also regret not being more mad or being more involved, or regret not helping them, or maybe you could have done something. And then you have this guilt and it just resonates in this cycle over and over. Yeah, both parties, both sides of it. It sucks. There's no way about it. It just sucks.
Yeah.
Just sucks. Well, don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification to know when new videos are coming out. Kind of sad right now. That was very long, dark subject matter, but
call somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk to somebody. Somebody.
And also check out the merch and stuff like that. Remember, use code VIBE20 520 if you want to get 20% off. MK5store.com. That's the letter M, the letter K, the number 5 store.com. You'll see it at the end thumb thing. Okay, guys. Well, you guys have a nice day or night or week or semblance. I don't know. We're gonna do a special new group, and then we're gonna do some BTS.